Between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Always got some breathing room. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 6 catches, 55 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
He'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Ball start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Clive Walford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Fights him off. Oh, he's going to air it out. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott. Underneath for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but net
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Here's a give to Miller. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down following the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He finds his target, Fuller. 23 yards on the play. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, it's Prescott. Dumping it off for Johnson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On play action, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off. And now they're set up first and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays. But when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
And it's intercepted. intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Miller, no gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there on third down for the Broncos. 48 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here's Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. They begin with a run by Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He'll look to throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt. in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, really in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking deep for Demarius. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. The catch made by Miller. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. A second down throw for Prescott. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Broncos are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Raiders will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Midway through the first quarter, here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Broncos with the ball midway through 1. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Raiders defense comes away with the turnover. Offense out now following the interception. The pass ends up being picked off. Raiders defense happy to get off the field. Broncos have the football midway through the second. Prescott's going to look for space, and he'll go for the score. They go up by 1. Raiders now late in the second. Cook's by himself here, and it leads to a touchdown. The lead now at 6. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Denver for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really, it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
Shedding the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom.
Now back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Damon Harrison breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it's a 1st down for the Broncos. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys quick.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they're going to go for 2. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
This is taken at the 3. It's a foot race. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So the Broncos coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to rifle one deep and got his man complete. Nice footwork, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 24-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right near the 27.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second down now after the pass completion. Handoff, running left is Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 45. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. On third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And some room to roam now. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. They'll get 23 yards there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Cook has it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably in 3 and out.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they'll let him to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And some room to maneuver. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 29. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Throwing here, Prescott. Flushed out right. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A first down throw for Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Prescott off play action. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
They'll set up a throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense, because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
He'll look to throw. Crabtree has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They'll look to throw. Underneath for Miller. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, Prescott here to throw. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And that will write a finish to this ball game. couldn't get that